One more thing about a pop rivet. You can also stick them on an anvil and pound the crap out of them so that they're nice and flat. And they look more like an old traditional rivet when you do that. I did that just so that these parts right here wouldn't be shimmed up when I got to this operation I'm doing right now. X-brace is in and installed. I managed to get these pop rivets right here in the corner, or in the center, all the way through this, the Prodex, the red shell, and into the frame, and through the frame. So this center piece is all riveted into the steel of the frame, which strengthens the floor of the red as well. Holds the red in place, grips it even more. So the next thing to do is I better get some side braces on this thing and take this flop out before I end up bending it. So I made a pretty good mistake. I put this brace piece right in here, ran all the way across there, and that prevented me from sliding the inner shell in easily, and I was just checking the fit earlier. So I'm correcting that problem. I can hide it. You won't ever know that happened. But I'm in the process of folding this under so the black shell can go ahead and slide up in there. Then I want to check the fit. Okay, I've got the can sitting in there where she's going to go. And I got the X in. And I've got the relief cut so I can get the can in at the last minute. It's notched here. We have a 5-inch space in the nose there, as you can see. 5 inches down the side, 5 inches in the bottom. And that is about 100 pounds of railroad rail sitting in there. That's our dog anchor. We have a little dog and a giant anchor. She can move that thing on the concrete floor, by the way, when she puts her mind to it. So I think I'm about ready to call it a day. These cross braces were just a hair too high on this side and this side, but I beat them down with a ball peen hammer and they kind of flattened out a little bit. Hammer, the all-purpose installation tool. So tomorrow what I'm going to do is insulate the nose and insulate, no, I take that back. Tomorrow what I'm going to do is start mocking up the metal work to make this transition that you see here. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow. Alright, I have the first layer of Prodexes in, and then the layer of 1-inch rigid fiberglass board is in on the bottom and the nose. And I brought it up the sides a little bit. The Prodex stops right here, so I'll be able to do that seam with that in there and break it down here with 1 inch so the seams aren't quite flapping. Offset just a little bit. But the next layer of Prodex is about to go in, and it will come up higher because it's setting up, well, you know, an inch and a quarter higher. So this came up setting on the metal here, and it'll come up another inch and a quarter higher than that. Then I'm going to thread some more of this rigid fiberglass in between those two seams and keep working my way up the sides. And once I get the Prodex in, I will go ahead and put 4 inches of the mineral board in the nose and in the floor. And at that point, I'll be able to put the can in, the inside can, and go ahead and insulate up the sides. And that'll get me to the back of the oven, insulation-wise, with the can installed. And that should happen tomorrow. Second layer of Prodex is in the floor and in the nose. And as you can see, I'm working my way out with staggered layers of insulation, breaking seams, which is what insulation is all about. And I'm really going to try and do a good job of breaking seams. And this is the mineral board that I bought. I bought it from Acoustical Sound Place. Apparently these people that have bass guitars really like this thing for making baffles, so that, I don't know what it is, but they make baffles out of it for recording studios. So, and it is a mineral product, and it's fun mineral. This is the first layer of rock board in on the nose and the floor, and I'm just about to finish out this nose and floor insulation package, and then I can start up the sides. The final layer of insulation in the nose and the floor. And you can just barely see my X there. Just there to keep it, the oven from pressing down too hard. Now I'll work up the sides with the Prodex, the 1 inch and the Prodex, and I think I'll be much closer. I may not have enough of this rock board. I may need one more 2 by 4 foot panel of this. I may need 7 of these instead of 6. I hope I don't have to buy another carton of 6 just so I can use 1 panel. I sure hope I don't have to do that. Well, it's 5 after midnight, and it's in. It's in and it's insulated. And that's the insulation package on this oven. Still have to do that void back up in there between one of my support bars for the pinion or the gimbal. And then I'm going to do a series of sheet metal bins and box this right here. I was right. I need another 2 boards of that. 2 boards of that mineral board. Prodex is holding up well. I still got enough to do the door and use the same process on the door. But she's looking pretty good. And she's not heavy. Pushing it with 1 hand. It's all pooched out because of the insulation. I really packed it tight. I made it a tight fit so it'll compress. And when I break up the sheet metal flashing that goes around the opening with the glazing molding that I'm going to make and the reflector grooves that I'm going to put in it, that puffiness will straighten out down the edges, but everything will still have that round shape like the nose of the machine is getting. Just because it's so packed with insulation. And it's 26 gauge is not that stiff. It's pretty thin. Good long day. The best day since June the 1st.